Hey there, and welcome to your personalized deep dive. We're taking a look at something I know a lot of you have been curious about,
Okay.
your immune system.
Yeah.
We've got some fascinating research and expert insights to share with you today, including a chat with the brilliant Dr. Shariar Pone.
You're absolutely right to be curious about that.
Yeah?
A healthy immune system is about way more than just fighting off a cold.
Right.
It really plays a role in everything from how well you recover from injuries to your overall mental health.
Okay, so let's dive right in.
Yeah.
One of the things I'm really curious about is what happens when your immune system isn't working as it should? Like, is it possible to have an immune system that's both overactive and underactive at the same time?
It absolutely is.
Whoa.
Think of it this way. Your immune system is like a finely tuned orchestra
Okay.
with different sections playing different parts.
Yes.
Sometimes one section might be playing too loudly while another is barely audible.
Oh.
And this can manifest in some interesting ways. For instance, you might experience seasonal allergies, which indicates an overactive immune response to pollen, but also find yourself catching colds frequently, which suggests a weaker response to viruses.
Wow. That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
It helps to make sense of something that seemed pretty counterintuitive to me at first.
Yeah.
Now, Dr. Pone talks about this idea of weird societies.
Right.
Can you explain what he means by that and how it relates to our immune systems?
WEIRD stands for Western.
Oh, okay.
Educated, industrialized, rich, and democratic.
Got it.
It's a way of categorizing societies like ours that experience constant abundance and comfort,
Yeah.
but also face chronic stressors,
Yeah.
like work deadlines and financial pressures. Dr. Pone suggests that this combination can actually keep our immune systems on high alert.
Oh, wow.
Even when there's no real threat present, it's like we're stuck in fight or flight mode, which can lead to chronic inflammation and ultimately weaken our immune response over time.
So instead of encountering like short bursts of intense stress like our ancestors did, like when they were running from a predator or something, we're dealing with this constant low-level stress that our bodies just don't seem to handle as well.
Exactly. And those short bursts of intense stress, while unpleasant, can actually be beneficial for our immune systems in the long run.
Interesting.
Think of it like a workout for your immune cells.
Okay.
Our bodies are designed to handle those acute stressors and bounce back stronger.
Yeah.
But chronic stress creates an imbalance that we're just not as well equipped to deal with.
So comfort and abundant, at least in the way we experience them today, might actually be backfiring when it comes to our immune systems.
There's definitely a growing body of evidence that points in that direction.
This is fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I know we can't talk about the immune system without mentioning the gut.
Right.
It seems like everyone is talking about the importance of gut health these days.
Yeah.
Can you help us understand why the gut is so crucial for a healthy immune system?
Think of your gut as the first line of defense for your immune system.
Right.
It houses trillions of bacteria, and when that ecosystem is balanced, it helps train your immune system to distinguish between harmful pathogens and beneficial bacteria.
Right.
But when the gut is compromised, it can lead to something called leaky gut.
Okay, I've heard that term before.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I'm not entirely clear on what leaky gut actually is.
It's essentially, leaky gut refers to increased intestinal permeability.
Yeah.
It's like having small gaps in the lining of your gut, which allows undigested food particles, toxins, and bacteria to leak into your bloodstream. This triggers a chronic inflammatory response as your immune system tries to fight off these foreign invaders.
Right.
And remember, chronic inflammation is never a good thing.
So it's like a domino effect.
Right.
Issues in the gut can lead to inflammation, which then compromises the immune system's ability to function optimally.
Exactly. It's a chain reaction that can have far-reaching consequences for your overall health.
Wow.
And Dr. Pone is a big proponent of addressing these issues at the root, which means taking a close look at your gut health. He's also emphasized the importance of oral health and how it connects to immunity.
Yeah.
Did you know that periodontal disease, which is essentially an infection of the gums, can also trigger chronic inflammation throughout the body?
I'll admit I didn't fully grasp the connection between oral health and immunity before,
Yeah.
but it makes perfect sense now.
Right.
It highlights how crucial it is to find the dentist who truly prioritizes periodontal health.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a good reminder to step up my flossing game.
Absolutely. It's all connected.
Speaking of connections, you mentioned earlier that Dr. Pone had found that a surprisingly high percentage of people in Spain weren't getting enough of a particular nutrient.
Yeah.
What was that nutrient, and why is it so important for immunity?
It's zinc. And it's more crucial for a healthy immune system than most people realize.
Really?
Dr. Pone's research found that a whopping 92% of the population in Spain wasn't getting enough zinc through their diet.
That's crazy.
And for people over 65, that number jumped to a staggering 96%.
Wow, that's a lot of people missing out on this key nutrient.
Yeah.
Why would such a high percentage of people be deficient in zinc, even in a country known for its healthy Mediterranean diet?
That's a great question, and there are a few possible explanations.
Okay.
First, the amount of zinc in our food has been declining due to modern farming practices and soil depletion.
Okay.
Second, many people might not be eating enough zinc-rich foods in the first place.
What are the best sources of zinc if we want to make sure we're getting enough?
Oysters are by far the richest source, followed by red meat poultry and shellfish.
Okay.
Plant-based sources include legumes and nuts, but the zinc from these sources isn't as readily absorbed by the body. And here's where things get even more interesting.
Okay. I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Remember that leaky gut we talked about earlier?
Yeah.
Well, poor gut health can actually interfere with your ability to absorb zinc efficiently.
Oh.
So even if you're eating plenty of zinc-rich foods,
you
might not be reaping the full benefits if your gut isn't functioning optimally.
It's like a vicious cycle.
Right.
Gut health impacts nutrient absorption, including zinc. And zinc is essential for a strong immune response.
Exactly. It all comes back to that interconnectedness.
This is all starting to paint a pretty clear picture for me.
Yeah.
A healthy immune system relies on a complex interplay of factors.
Right.
From our diet and gut health to even how we manage stress.
You're getting it.
Okay.
And there's another critical balance we need to discuss.
Okay.
When it comes to optimizing our immune systems.
Yeah.
Omega-3 fatty acids.
Omega-3s.
Yeah.
I know those are supposed to be good for us.
Yeah.
But I've always been a little fuzzy on why they're so important and where we should be getting them from.
They're known as essential fatty acids.
Okay.
Because our bodies can't produce them on their own, so we need to obtain them through our diet.
Right.
Omega-3s are crucial for reducing inflammation and supporting healthy immune responses. The problem is that modern diets tend to be overloaded with omega-6 fatty acids, which are found in abundance in processed foods, and vegetable oils like sunflower oil.
So we need to be mindful of the ratio of omega-3s to omega-6s in our dollar.
Precisely. It's all about balance.
Okay.
And when that balance is tipped in favor of omega-6s, it can create a pro-inflammatory environment in the body, which can weaken our immune defenses over time.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So what can we do to restore that balance and make sure we're getting enough omega-3s?
The best sources of omega-3s are fatty fish.
Okay.
Like salmon, mackerel, sardines, and herring.
Got it.
Aim for at least 2 servings per week. You can also get omega-3s from plant-based sources, like flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts. Although the type of omega-3s in these sources isn't as readily utilized by the body as the type found in fatty fish.
So incorporating more fatty fish into my diet is a good place to start.
Yeah.
And I'll be sure to keep an eye on those sneaky omega-6s lurking in processed foods.
You got it.
We've covered a lot of ground already, and it's incredible how much there is to learn about the immune system.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we should touch on before we move on to actionable tips for boosting immunity?
There's one more fascinating system in the body that plays a crucial role in immunity.
Okay.
That we haven't explored yet.
Right.
The lymphatic system.
The lymphatic system. I've heard of it, but to be honest, I don't really know what it does or why it's so important.
It's often overlooked, but it's truly essential for a healthy immune response.
Okay.
Think of it as your body's internal cleaning crew constantly working to filter out waste products, toxins and pathogens.
So it's like a waste disposal system for our immune system.
That's a great way to put it.
Cool.
The lymphatic system is a network of vessels, tissues, and organs that helps to maintain fluid balance in the body and transport immune cells to where they're needed most.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So how does this system actually work?
Imagine a network of tiny highways running throughout your body, parallel to your blood vessels. These lymphatic vessels carry a fluid called lymph, which is similar to blood plasma, but contains a high concentration of white blood cells the warriors of your immune system.
Okay, I'm starting to get the picture.
Yeah.
So the lymphatic system is like a transportation network for our immune cells.
Right.
Allowing them to travel quickly to different parts of the body to fight off infections.
You're exactly right.
Cool.
And have you ever noticed those swollen lymph nodes in your neck or under your arms when you're sick?
Oh yeah, those are definitely not fun.
Well, those swollen nodes are actually a sign that your lymphatic system is working hard.
Really?
Filtering out pathogens and mounting an immune response. It's like a signal flare,
Well,
letting you know that your body is battling an invader.
that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like our bodies are giving us a visual clue
Right.
that our immune system is on the case.
Exactly.
So what happens if the lymphatic system isn't functioning properly?
That can lead to a buildup of fluid and toxins in the tissues,
Okay.
which can compromise immune function
Right.
and contribute to various health issues.
It sounds like a pretty important system to keep in tip-top shape.
Yeah.
Are there specific things we can do to support our lymphatic system?
We'll definitely dive into that in the next part of our deep dive.
Okay.
But I can tell you that there are some simple yet effective strategies
Yeah.
you can incorporate into your daily routine
Right.
to keep your lymphatic system flowing smoothly.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm eager to learn more. I have to say, this deep dive is already exceeding my expectations.
Well, that's great to hear.
I'm learning so much more than I anticipated.
We're just getting started.
Yeah.
There's a lot more fascinating ground to cover.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can't wait. All right. I'm ready to put all of this incredible knowledge into action.
Okay.
What are some practical things I can start doing today to build a more resilient immune system?
Well, we've already talked quite a bit about the importance of a balanced diet, and for good reason.
Right.
The foods we choose to nourish our bodies can either support or hinder our immune function.
So where do we start?
Mm.
Are there specific dietary patterns or types of foods that stand out when it comes to boosting immunity?
Absolutely. You might recall us mentioning the Pesco-Mediterranean diet earlier.
Yeah.
This way of eating really shines when it comes to providing the nutrients your immune system needs to thrive.
Yes, the one with all that delicious fish and fresh produce.
That's the one.
I'm all ears.
It emphasizes fish, eggs, and poultry as primary protein sources, and it encourages you to fill your plate with a colorful array of vegetables, fruits, and healthy fats like olive oil.
So it's about prioritizing whole, unprocessed foods.
Right.
And minimizing processed foods, sugary drinks, and refined grains.
Yeah. It's about focusing on nutrient-dense foods that provide the building blocks for a strong and resilient immune system.
Got it.
And don't forget those omega-3 rich fatty fish we discussed.
Yeah.
Aim for at least 2 servings per week.
Okay, I'm making a note to stock up on salmon and sardines. What about oral health? You mentioned how periodontal disease can trigger inflammation. What can we do beyond brushing and flossing regularly to keep our gums healthy?
Finding a dentist who really understands the link between oral health and overall wellness is key.
Okay.
They can help you develop a personalized plan to address any underlying issues and maintain optimal gum health.
So it's worth doing some research and finding a dentist who takes a holistic approach rather than just focusing on fixing problems after they arise.
Absolutely. And there are a few other things you can try adding to your oral hygiene routine.
Okay.
Oil pulling, for example, is an ancient Ayurvedic practice that involves swishing a tablespoon of oil, usually coconut or sesame oil, around in your mouth for 10 to 20 minutes.
Really? For that long?
Yeah.
Sounds a little intense.
It might seem unusual, but many people find it surprisingly effective at removing bacteria and promoting healthy gums.
Interesting.
And you can also explore probiotics specifically designed for oral health.
Oh, okay.
Just like the probiotics we take for our gut.
Right.
These can help balance the microbiome in your mouth and support healthy gums.
It's like applying those same gut health principles to our mouths.
Exactly.
It's all connected.
Precisely.
Now, I'm really excited to learn more about those immunobioticos you mentioned.
Yeah.
They sound like probiotics on a mission. Can you break down what makes them so special?
Think of them as specialized probiotics that have been shown to directly modulate the immune system in beneficial ways.
So they go beyond just supporting gut health and actually help to enhance the immune response.
Exactly. Some studies have shown that specific strains of immunobioticos can reduce the frequency and severity of colds.
Wow.
Support the body's defense against allergies, and even help to manage autoimmune conditions.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Are there particular strains you recommend looking for when choosing a probiotic?
Some of the key players include Lactobacillus casabitaceae, Lactobacillus rhamnosus, Lactobacillus plantarum, and Bifidobacterium longum.
Those are some big names.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be on the lookout for those when I'm browsing the probiotic aisle.
And remember, while immunobioticals are a promising tool, They work best when combined with a healthy lifestyle that includes a balanced diet, regular exercise, stress management, and adequate sleep.
Right.
It's a holistic approach.
It's about creating an environment where our immune systems can thrive, not just relying on a quick fix.
Exactly. Now, I know you're also curious about supplements and how they fit into the picture.
Yes, the world of supplements can be overwhelming.
Right.
There are so many options out there. Yeah. How do we know which ones actually make a difference when it comes to supporting immunity?
Dr. Pone recommends keeping it simple
Okay.
and focusing on a few key nutrients that have strong scientific backing. His top recommendations are vitamin D, magnesium, and omega-3s.
Vitamin D has been getting a lot of attention lately, especially for its role in immunity.
Yeah.
Why does it stand out from the crowd?
Vitamin D is crucial for regulating immune responses.
Okay.
It helps to activate T cells, which are like the special forces of your immune system capable of recognizing and destroying infected cells. And studies have shown that people with adequate vitamin D levels are less likely to get sick and tend to recover more quickly if they do.
So it's not just about bone health anymore.
Right.
Vitamin D is a key player in immunity as well.
Yeah.
And what about magnesium?
Yeah.
I know it's essential for muscle function and relaxation.
Right.
But how does it relate to the immune system?
Magnesium is involved in hundreds of enzymatic reactions throughout the body, including many that are critical for immune cell function.
Okay.
It's essential for the production of antibodies, those specialized proteins that target and neutralize pathogens. And it also plays a role in regulating inflammation.
Okay, so magnesium is supporting our immune defenses on multiple fronts. And what about omega-3s?
Yeah.
Didn't we already cover that with the pesco-Mediterranean diet?
Ideally, you'd be getting enough omega-3s from your diet alone.
Okay.
But if you're not regularly consuming fatty fish, or if you have specific health concerns related to inflammation, supplementing with a high-quality omega-3 supplement can be beneficial.
So it's more of a personalized approach based on individual needs.
Exactly.
And when it comes to choosing supplements, are there specific forms of vitamin D, magnesium, and omega-3s that are best absorbed and utilized by the body?
That's an important question. When choosing a vitamin D supplement, look for vitamin D3, also known as cholecalciferol. It's the form that's most readily absorbed and utilized by the body. For magnesium, opt for forms that are known for their good absorption, such as magnesium citrate, glycinate, or malate.
Okay.
And when choosing an omega-3 supplement, look for a high-quality fish oil supplement that has been tested for purity and potency.
This is incredibly helpful. I feel like I finally have a clear understanding of which supplements to prioritize and how to choose the right forms. It's like you've demystified the entire supplement aisle for me.
That's what we're here for.
You know, I can't resist bringing up longevity.
Okay.
We talked a lot about supporting our immune system in the present moment.
Right.
But I'm curious about how this all ties into the bigger picture of healthy aging.
That's a great question, and it's a testament to your forward-thinking mindset. Thanks. A robust immune system is absolutely essential for longevity. It helps us to fight off infections, repair damaged tissues, and prevent chronic diseases, all of which are crucial for living a longer, healthier life.
So the same strategies we're using to boost our immunity today are also setting us up for a healthier future.
You're getting it.
I like that.
And remember those telomeres we talked about earlier?
Yeah.
They're like the protective caps on the ends of our chromosomes.
Right.
And they play a significant role in the aging process.
I vaguely remember those from high school biology class.
Yeah.
They shorten as we age, right? And shorter telomeres aren't a good thing.
You've got it. Shorter telomeres are associated with an increased risk of age-related diseases and a shorter lifespan. But here's the exciting part. Research has shown that lifestyle factors can actually influence telomere length.
So we're not just passively observing our telomeres shrink.
Right.
We actually have some control over how quickly they shorten.
Exactly. And this is where those same healthy habits we've been discussing come into play again.
Okay.
A balanced diet, regular exercise, stress management, and adequate sleep, they all contribute to healthy telomere length.
Right.
And ultimately, healthier aging.
It's like a win-win situation.
Yeah.
The things we do to support our immune system today are also paying dividends for our long-term health.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And while there is some intriguing research on certain supplements that might support telomere health, like resveratrol and metformin, it's important to remember that these are potential bonuses, not the primary focus.
Lifestyle comes first, supplements as adjuncts if needed. Got it. This deep dive has been so incredibly insightful and empowering. I feel like I have a whole new understanding of my immune system and the many ways I can support it.
That's fantastic to hear. It's all about taking ownership of your health and making choices that align with your goals.
But before we wrap up,
Yeah.
is there anything else you think I should know? Any final pearls of wisdom you'd like to share?
There's one final thought I'd like to leave you with.
Okay.
A shift in perspective that I believe can be quite powerful.
Okay.
Instead of just focusing on fighting off illness.
Right.
What if we shifted our mindset to proactively supporting our body's natural defenses?
I like that. It's about moving from a reactive approach to a proactive approach.
Exactly.
Instead of waiting for something to go wrong, we're actively nurturing our immune system's ability to thrive.
Exactly. It's a subtle but important distinction.
Yeah.
It's about seeing your immune system not as a passive recipient of your actions,
Okay.
but as an active partner in your well-being.
It makes me think of that quote, "The best defense is a good offense."
That's a great way to put it.
This deep dive has been absolutely phenomenal. I'm walking away feeling informed, inspired, and empowered to take charge of my immune health.
That's what we hoped for. Remember, building a resilient immune system is a journey, not a destination.
It's about embracing the process, staying curious, and continuing to learn along the way.
Exactly.
Wow, we've really covered a lot of ground in this deep dive into the immune system.
We have.
What stands out to you from everything we've discussed?
I think what's most fascinating is how interconnected everything truly is when it comes to immune health.
Right.
We've talked about the gut-oral health, diet stress, even those missing stressors of our ancestors.
Right.
It's a reminder that we can't just focus on one aspect of our health
Yeah.
and expect to thrive. It's about considering the whole picture and how all of these pieces fit together.
I completely agree. It's like we're piecing together this complex puzzle, and each piece plays a role in the overall picture of a healthy immune system.
Exactly. And it's not about achieving perfection or becoming obsessed with every little detail.
Yeah.
It's about making gradual, sustainable changes that align with your individual needs and lifestyle.
I think that's such an important point.
Yeah.
It's easy to get overwhelmed when we're bombarded with so much information about health and wellness.
Right.
But this deep dive has given me a sense of empowerment, not overwhelm. It's about understanding the key principles and then finding what works best for you.
I'm so glad to hear that knowledge is power.
Yeah.
And I believe that when we understand how our bodies work, we're better equipped to make informed choices.
Right.
That support our well-being.
Absolutely. And this deep dive has certainly left me feeling well-informed and inspired to take charge of my immune health. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we wrap things up?
Just one final thought to ponder as you continue on your health journey.
Okay.
We've talked about shifting from a reactive approach to a proactive approach when it comes to our immune system.
Yeah.
And I believe that this shift in mindset can extend to our overall approach to health and well-being.
Can you elaborate on that a little?
What if instead of simply trying to avoid illness or fix problems after they arise, we focused on creating an environment within ourselves that supports optimal health and vitality?
Yeah.
What if we viewed our bodies not as machines that need constant repair, but as intelligent self-healing systems that simply need the right support to thrive?
That's such a powerful reframing. It's about moving beyond just surviving and into a space of truly thriving.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that we have an incredible capacity for self-healing, and that by making choices that nourish our bodies, minds, and spirits, we can unlock that potential and experience a level of well-being we might not have thought possible.
I love that. It's a beautiful and inspiring way to end this deep dive.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and insights with me today.
You're welcome.
It's been truly transformative.
It's been my pleasure. Remember, stay curious, keep learning, and trust in your body's innate wisdom.
And to all of you listening, thank you for joining us on this incredible journey into the immune system. We hope you've gained valuable knowledge and a renewed sense of empowerment to take charge of your health. Until next time, be well and stay curious.